Stream's up, yeah?
Yep, stream's up. Stream should be up.
Hello, it's Fate Hin here, casting with my boy.
I'll unreal. So, the two teams are Desolate and Gothic Boy
Goth Boi.
Clique.
Goth Boi. Yeah. Seems like they're already off to the men's. Kane bars for Goth Boi and Grays for Desolate. Also Zoe. Target man for DTS with the Zoe. Graves is, one of the best junglers this patch. Also, Knight of the Zed plays a pretty decent jungle, so I'm pretty sure you picked it up.
Okay. So, I'm kind of interested in how the ADC situation will go, thanks to these great patches, to be honest.
So, I'm not sure about Desolate's bot lane, but I do know Drowsy will pick up something different, but he likes to default to his main couple of champions.
Okay, so Lucian. Not much of a surprise, to be honest. One of the best ADCs right now.
I mean, he could also be a flex.
True.
So, like mid, top, and jungle, or and AD. That's the Braum. They took away the Braum from the, Braum Lucian lane.
Yeah.
Although I don't think they would go with. Oh, they banned Morgana, so maybe.
Yeah.
There's the Trundle. I know sometimes Jace only plays like Kayn and Trundle.
Oh.
So he at least got one of his comforts. That's probably gonna be the new Talia jungle.
Yeah. She's
really
strong.
She just got another buff, like with the AP ratios on her E. Granted, her Q does a little bit less to on the first hit, but I mean her clear speed is still insane. She already overkilled people in ganks, so the Q nerf really doesn't do much to her. But you don't leave that champion to the enemy team here.
Yeah. Okay. Alistar.
Lucian Alistar basically does the same thing Lucian Braum does. Maybe a little bit weaker in terms of like, pre-6, but after 6, I'm pretty sure the Alistar Lucian lane is like stronger than the Braum Lucian because of the dive potential they have there.
Oh, and there's a Kai'Sa.
Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna have like default 80 carries for the most part here.
Yeah, the two strongest right now, so feels normal. Not the weird stuff they did in LCK today or yesterday, more or less.
Yeah, there's the there's Vlad, there's Yasuo,
Lulu,
Bride, Lulu, all of these champions are up. Camille, man, that's probably for Fugnuckler there. It seems like they haven't picked their mid or top lane for the side of Goth Boi Clique. And then also the same for Desolate here, so I'm interested to see. Well, the Trundle could go top as well, flex, so.
Yeah, and the Talia could be a flex, but it's unlikely right now with her buffs and all that stuff for the jungle.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they're gonna pick. There's the Orianna ban, although Orianna just got a nerf this patch. Calling, correct?
Yeah, and, most of the shield heroes got a little bit of a nerf in a way.
So Syndillion, I know he plays like a couple of different champions, and I don't think he would play a champion that just got nerfed.
Yeah. So Swain, good way to take something away from them, that they don't try to pick up him and have a flex for the last pick, or in a way. Yeah. Let's see what the last.
They're gonna pick here.
Okay, Cassio ban, so another one of the mid laners gone.
Yeah, the Cassio kind of makes sense here, into the Alistar. The amount of disengage that Braum, Cassio provides for their team, really, really strong. And it's also a comfort for Syndillion, so.
Okay.
The Ornn. That should be a mistake. because there's still the Darius sub, there's still the Yasuo, there's still so many champions that run Conqueror
Yeah.
and just demolish. Yeah,
And as you say
they're.
it, there's the Yasuo.
Although I want to say that's DTS on the Yasuo because I don't think Fug plays. Now the Urgot, I can see Fug playing it. Personally, I would have loved to see a Darius this game from Goth Boi Clique, but comfort is nice.
Yeah. So the other thing I'm kind of interested is what the mid lane pick will now be for Goth Boi, because if they go now for something that is only attack damage, then they could still run the Kai'Sa with max AP, even though most of the time her build right now is AP than AD, because AP is a bit stronger, and she got a buff, I think, with the last patch a bit, that the AP ratio for the W is now 0.6 instead of 0.4.
Yeah, the W got buffed, but everything else about it got nerfed. The
Yeah.
on-hit damage, the Q damage, all got nerfed for the AP. And it's Echo versus Yasuo, so that will be interesting matchup. They're definitely going to have more map pressure coming from the Echo in terms of like split pushing if the Yasuo doesn't get ahead, because it's 2 TPs versus 1. So I'm kind of interested in how this mid matchup is going to come out.
Yeah.
Seeing as Talia Yasuo is definitely stronger than the Jungle Echo.
Yeah.
Then the bot lane is kind of like a toss up of whoever gets jungle presence first, kind of wins that matchup. And top lane, Renekton should really kind of snowball and roll over the Ornn until Ornn can actually get item to sit in lane versus Renekton.
Yeah.
But if blue side definitely has more of a meta comp than red side here because of the amount of snowball going into this Lucian, Yasuo, Talia. They're focusing on snowballing the game, and we do know that the games have been ending 25 minutes, 20 minutes, etc.
Yeah, they're quite fast. And surprising right now, the Yasuo switched over to Exhaust as a summoner.
It's probably for the split push.
Yeah, that shit sounds definitely right. But still kind of surprising to go for the Exhaust. Could also help a bit in the laning phase if Echo jumps him too hard. It can probably save himself a bit with that one.
I agree wholeheartedly. I'm interested to see how this jungle mid. There's like so many lanes that I feel like Knight of the Zed needs to snowball. Like he needs to snowball top lane so his top laner is valuable. Like valuable in terms of gold kills. Like everyone, if any one of his laners get behind, the game is 10 times harder because their team is to snowball. They are trying to get ahead. They have no tank. Whereas on the red side, they have 2. This game goes past 25 minutes. I say it's a red team win. Before 25, blue.
Yeah, I think as most of the time it could really depend on that, and also how the bottom lane goes. If the Kai'Sa or the Lucian get ahead of the other one, then that side will probably win that one easily. Because both can snowball very hard if they get a chance to.
I agree. I'm really interested to see Blazing Hot TP to the bot lane once he gets 6 to try to snowball his bot lane. Because top lane is basically going to be a snooze fest unless, Knight of the Zed or sometimes Jace goes.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's kind of going to be a farm fest where we're kind of poking at the Ornn trying to sustain, and then so I'm just curious to see if he can make something happen to where he snowballs his own team here.
Yeah.
With the double TP, 5-man bot is, still a thing because they do not have a very tanky bot lane with the like they have the Alistar but not a bruiser AD carry.
A bruiser AD carry, yeah. Fun stuff you see most of the time when you play now as an ADC main, that you either play a marksman and have to play against a bruiser or just be forced to play it sometimes yourself.
Personally, I have been liking the bruiser meta because of the fact that I can farm in a side lane by myself. I think that's the best part about it.
Yeah, that's the only positive thing, to be honest, about the whole situation. You can farm by yourself and don't have to fear just dying all the time, as it's
Great.
kind of used to.
Which means there's more gold funneled into you. Also, you get solo XP.
Yeah.
Not to mention you have teleport in some cases, right?
Yeah.
So you can put map pressure. You can put your pressure on the map like early. Like regular AD carries, they have no control over the game in the early game for the most part.
Yeah.
But if you play one of these bruisers, one of these mages, you get so much more power thrown into it just by picking one of those champions. You have more control, more in the early game where typically these games try to end. So
yeah.
And we're loading into the screen.
Yeah.
It looks like pretty much standard for everyone here.
Yeah. Looks quite standard.
So, what is your prediction for this?
I've seen, I think, both matches. I think the Goth Boys, they could take this 2-1, I would say. I think it could be close. I don't think Desolate looked that bad in the first matchup. The matches look kind of weird right now, but I think that they can do something with that. And as you said, it's probably 25 minutes how it could turn around, depending on how the lanes go for each side. So.
Yeah. I feel like the biggest factor for Desolate, like, stopping the snowball in the early game is this double teleport. The amount of people that they can have just pop up like that is gonna be pretty bonkers, I would say.
Yep.
Oh, pause.
Yep. We started into a pause.
At least you can see what item to pick. So,
yep.
Top laners, we got Corrupting Pot versus D-Shield, we got Talisman versus Hunter's Machete, Corrupting Pot versus D-Blade, D-Blade versus D-Shield, Relic Shield versus Relic Shield.
Looks kind of standard right now, to be honest.
Yeah. Definitely standard.
So it looks like they're meeting up a bit there.
30 seconds until minions.
Yeah, it looks like
the Lucian could be in danger. Jaws, okay, he had to use his flash. That's a bit something they got out of that one.
No. What the Lucian All-Star is going to have to do in this laning phase is just let the wave push into them. Which means by their jungler starting on the bottom side, for red team, they'll be able to take control over the Scuttle area and maybe even invade if Lilia starts top side. Unsure yet if she's going to start. Okay. So it's just vertical pathing for both teams.
Have you said something there? Yep. Okay. Then the switch up. Okay. So yeah. Just normal start here. Let's see. So.
Just a little bit of farming action, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, farming has to still happen. Otherwise the game would be totally boring.
Or super fun.
Yeah.
Or super fun. You never know. A lot of fights, you know?
Yep. So the Trundle's getting the lower Scuttle Crab. And otherwise everyone else is farming. The Ornn is putting a bit of damage into the Renekton.
Yeah, it seems like the matchup is going the opposite way of how I predict with the Ornn bullying early levels.
Yep.
Oh, even the D-Shield from the Renekton.
Yep. Kai'Sa's getting a bit of an advantage right now. The Ornn is going into, but the Ornn has to move back, a bit. So the Talia is trying to threaten there. Looks like. And has to back off because the Echo would be too fast there otherwise to stop anything happening there.
It's just a little bit of trading in bot lane.
Yeah, and Talia's still trying to threaten the Renekton. Steals even a few of the wraiths.
The interesting stuff. That's the good.
Yep. Well, the Ornn and the Renekton are still duking it out there. Both drop fairly low. The Renekton was a bit too close to the tower even. Getting one shot off on himself. Yasuo's pressuring. And looks... Yeah.
As expected, the Yasuo is pushing in, the Renekton is pushing in. So, even the bot lane is pushing in.
Yeah.
Like, with 3 winning lanes.
Yep. Looks like perhaps the Trundle has to soon get in somewhere. Okay, going in the mid. Getting pressured a bit, but dodges the shove. And that should be it for right now there. The Alistar's moving up. Or is he just warding there? Looks like he's just warding there. And
So the game is a lot more exciting when there's a lot more on the line for the early game.
yep.
More contention for objectives, ganks, etc., etc.
Yep.
Now we're just back to the farming, you know.
The Trundle
good
is going for a gank up top. And Renekton can dodge that. The pillar was a bit dangerous, but he could just go easily with this go through. Yeah. Let's see. The Echo has to back. The Trundle is now getting the Ornn, and the Trundle got scared away by the Talia. Okay, Echo uses teleport, so he doesn't have that anymore. For a fast back, okay. Seems normal.
Yeah, that means he's gonna get the lane priority, but they're not gonna be able to really pressure something in the bottom lane. With the Lucian and the Alistar shoved up, I would be kind of forcing something.
Yep.
Especially since, you know, Earth Dragon.
Yeah.
Earth Dragon, you take the Earth Dragon, that means they can't do the Barons as fast as they want to at, you know, 20 if they are ahead or have a lead there, right?
Yeah, definitely.
It's more like a mitigation thing with taking that Earth Dragon rather than snowballing or propelling yourself.
Yep. So let's see. Nothing. Yeah, Renekton uses teleport now as well. Ornn still has his up. So Ornn could appear if they set something up down in the bot lane. Nobody really else could right now. The Ornn is getting pressured by the Renekton, you know. Now the Renekton wants to do what he's supposed to do with the Ornn.
Yeah, he does have that Tiamat now, so that'll give him a little bit more pushing power, a little bit more trade efficiency, you know, being able to cancel that W. So it does help him overall, and that's why I feel like he's a little bit more confident here.
Yeah. So the Trundle's doing his blue buff. Meanwhile, the Alistar's moving around there. The Lucian goes back. And, well, still a bit farming going on here. Every side. Yeah. So now we're looking at still a bit more farming here.
Honestly, I would be a little bit more cautious if I was DTS here.
Yeah.
We knew that Trundle just took the blue buff, and he's like playing under the tower, while his Talia's in the enemy jungle there, or in his own jungle, my bad.
No, Talia's not in the enemy jungle.
Yeah, I said the own
Yeah.
jungle.
See, the Talia looks like she'll get... Oh, now there's a fight breaking out. And the Echo is the victim for that one. The Trundle could be following. Yeah. Echo has to get away now, or just walk away, otherwise this would be very unwise to do. And there's the first blood.
So overall, red team came out ahead with that, with the summoner advantage.
Yep.
And which means if they were to go for a play, say on the dragon in about 1 or 2 minutes when Echo's TP is up, they could definitely win that fight, considering, you know, no flash at Gloss, no flash on Talia, or flash on Renekton.
Yeah, Yas also doesn't have a flash right now. So that could also be relevant, yeah. So right now looks like the Kai'Sa is looking for something to do. Can the Braum doesn't get more hits off, and then the Kai'Sa doesn't get the stacks through as well. Otherwise, I think there could have been something happening there.
Yeah, I definitely think that was a lack of communication with the Kai'Sa going hard for the play, and the Braum not fully committing.
Oh, the Alistar's up to something. Oh, nice headbutt. Overrides, and the Kai'Sa dies thanks to the Ignite in the end.
Yeah, that was a really well played flash from the Lucian, even though it didn't do much, but you know, it was still nicely timed to get over the Braum ult.
Yeah, and the Hex Tech flash from the Alistar was great as well.
Yeah, it really allowed them to, like, I guess she just didn't respect the
the Alistar's going for another one? Headbutt Pulverize? Oh, unfortunately the Braum got knocked back with that one. Not exactly, I think, what they wanted to happen there.
Well, I mean, he did blow the summoner from Braum.
Yeah.
Slash. So that's a win in their book. A 20-second cooldown for a 5-minute cooldown. I mean.
Yeah, you would take that any time. All right, now the Ornn isn't really secure anymore. The Renekton goes in, does a good amount of damage there, but the Ornn doesn't really care about that much.
Yeah, that's the trading potential of not Bramble Vest, but Bone Plating plus Ninja Dead.
Oh, the Ornn gets the recall, delays that a bit. The Echo goes in on the Yasuo, just jumping in there and going back out. Kai'Sa's now rewarding a bit around the dragon.
Something I would like to point out is the Berserker Greaves choice from the Yasuo here.
Yeah.
Considering that there is a lot of threats that MR boosts would just be better versus the Kai'Sa that's gonna go AP, the Echo that he's laning versus, the Ornn ultimate, etc., etc.
They're going for the Echo? Okay, he saves himself with the bubble. Yeah. Nothing else happened there. If that didn't hit, it would have been probably dangerous for the Echo as the Talia was just coming in there.
He probably would have got the third portion of his Q to knock him
out. We haven't seen a wall yet from Talia, right?
No.
Headbutt Pulverize, there's the wall! And oh, that obliterated the Kai'Sa, and now the Braum falls as well. 2 kills for the Lucian. This could be dangerous now for the lane.
And you know, that Alistar Hex Flash from earlier, well, both of them actually, securing them those kills there by blowing the flashes and really playing off of knowing the summoner cooldowns from those 2 champions allowed them to make that play there.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Yeah, the Renekton is just pushing. Staying there. Just goes under the tower. Takes a good amount of health from the Ornn. Loses a good amount himself thanks to the tower shots.
Yeah, see, he keeps trading with the bone plating up, and he should pop the bone plating first and then go for the trade in that type of scenario.
So
Maybe he might go for a dive here.
Yeah, looks like that. He looks like he's looking for something. Decides against it, looks like right now. And should do that because the Trundle is quite nearby. Yeah. Right now, the Lucian has a slight lead, even though they're even in CS thanks to the 2 kills he got. The Renekton is quite ahead, to be honest, against the Ornn.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Ornn ult. Will they get their Renekton? No? The Trundle? Oh, the Trundle gets turned on, and Ornn dies as well. That was great. Was played well by those two up there, Nuggle and Knight of the Zed. And they took the turret as well.
Brother Blazing Hot doing it again. He got baited by the Renekton there.
Oh. Poor guy.
The two tanks versus they don't win any 2v2 there. With the 2 tanks versus 2 damage dealers, like especially Talia, like Talia 100 to 0 too. So
okay, now the Yasuo's going in. No, backs off again. Right, no, the Kai'Sa's looking for an opening. It looks like. Oh, headbutt pulverize, stunning up the Kai'Sa as well. Can the Kai'Sa get away? Doesn't look like that. The Braum dies.
Whoa.
The Kai'Sa survives. The Braum sacrificed himself.
that was the last hit of the ultimate there.
Yep, the calling, last hit there. Otherwise, could have survived that probably.
That's like getting the last tick of Ignite to kill someone.
Yeah, and they take the turret. Right now, there's a little bit of a problem for them. For red side, they just need to get towers somehow. Because the advantage is growing and growing right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's playing towards how blue team wants to be playing this game, you know?
Yeah.
Having their winning their lanes. Although DTS is a little bit behind, but he's still relevant. He still has his Phantom Dancer. He's still gonna be able to split push in that bottom lane or top lane versus the Echo. So the only thing that I would have liked from Yasuo here is the Merc Treads or a Hex Drink, because there's just so much AP, and then it's...
Oh, the Echo's going on! Oh, nice combination with the ult and the knock up there. Can they still get the Echo, or does the Echo get out of there? Looks like they're turning it on, but now the Illusion joins the fray. And do they get the Braum? They get the Braum! Will they get the Echo as well? No, he barely survives. Now Talia's in danger, has to get out of there. But a 3-man stun there takes the Talia down. The Renekton is in there now. They just take down the Ornn. Renekton goes in, takes down the Kai'Sa as well. Lucian and Renekton. Now Yasuo dives as well, and that was a good dive there. They killed all 5 of them in that fight.
Yeah, that was a 5-for-1 play there, and a tower.
Yep.
Just really well played by blue team. It looks like it's just gonna snowball out of control.
Yep.
For the most part here.
Yeah, the Lucian already has the Blade of the Rune King done. The Kai'Sa even has the Rage Blade done, but the Lucian is already on the way to the next item as well.
Yeah, he's like half an item over.
Yep.
And then the gold lead is 9k apart, around 8k apart.
Yeah.
It's just a humongous lead, and if they don't find a way to really stop this bleeding, it's going to be over by that 25-minute mark.
Yeah.
Like I stated before.
And I thought the Talia got slightly caught out in that fight. That's why she actually only died. I think they could have gone even out with less. And now I'm not sure if that's the best idea to go for the dragon right now. There's a reason blue side left that open. But looks like they're getting it still. Oh, that shot was not bad. Red team gets the dragon. And now they have to get out of there, otherwise they are getting a fight they don't want to have right now.
Not so sure about the use of TP there.
Yeah. But
because the best thing about
Lucian going in on the Kai'Sa right now, and takes her down 1-on-1. Yeah, Lucian is just ahead, and now the Braum has to pay the price as well, and Lucian gets another kill. Oh man, Yasuo's going in. They're taking down the Trundle as well, and that should be the mid turret as well.
it's starting to look like red team is gonna have to pack it up and look towards their next game here.
Yeah, it's stacking up too much already. Looks like it. The Echo's trying to get out of there, gets stunned up. But now the rest of the team just follows up. The Void Seeker goes into the wind wall. That could have been a chance for Kai'Sa. But I don't think Kai'Sa will really get much of her build before it's over right now. If it stays this way. Oh, headbutt pulverized, dumb. Kai'Sa's down. And now the rest have to suffer. Braum gets knocked down as well by the Renekton. Ornn trying to get out of there. Yasuo goes in again, knocks up. Yasuo uses that for his ult, and looks like they're already going for the finish there. Meanwhile, Shelly tried to push down the bot lane. Tier 3 tower didn't work out that much. She died, unfortunately, for that one. Okay, they're still taking that inhibitor. I think they could almost even go for the base right now, as it looks like in this fight.
Yeah, this is just a absolute domination here.
Yep.
From the side of blue. They're really showing that you have to pick meta, you have to play the meta, you have to respect them as players individually.
Exactly.
And look, red team is just not doing any of that. They didn't play to their strong suits. They didn't stall out the game how they were supposed to. They kept trying to take 4v5s, 5v5s, 2v2s, and just losing them. Remember on the top side where it was pretty even, Ornn and Trundle end up dying without even getting a kill, losing their tower, and then it just snowballed and snowballed, and now everyone on their team is fed. Even on the bot side with the Alistar blowing both of the summoners from Kai'Sa and the Braum, leading into a double kill, and then blowing the Echo's TP because of it.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're already setting up the Baron. Trying to be careful now. Oh, nice knock up there, and the Ornn loses half his HP just for this knock up in the ult. Right now, the rest of the cavalry is coming for the red team. Looks dangerous. There's the Ornn ult, goes into the wind wall. It's gone, and the Braum ult went into the wind wall as well. Both ults just vaporized right there, and they're just diving the tower and taking members down for that one. That ult coordination looked a bit bad there, since both of them just went into the wind wall. The Ornn couldn't do much about that because the wind wall just went up, but the Braum ult didn't have to go into that one because the wind wall was already up.
Yeah, it's just looking like a game that is over for the red team, and they're gonna definitely have to look towards their next draft and see what they did wrong here. And try to figure out what they can do to bring this back.
Oh, there goes the Braum again. And that's it. That is map number 1.
So far, I mean, the game was just textbook by blue team here.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
It looked like. Who would you give MVP to in this game?
I would have to say I would give it to either Knight of Zed or Fugnuggler. I would even say Knight of Zed because he started off the whole chaos that started to begin with the whole snowballing there.
Yeah, I think Knight of Zed did a really good job of, you know, appearing on the map a lot, but the playmaking and decision making from that Alistar, like, he's like, Heba pulverize, we win this, we go. Go, go, go. Like, he was coordinating with his teammates to, hey, Yasuo, ult off of me. You know, I felt like he just had that communication in their comms here that I would just give him the MVP this game.
Yeah.
Although
e-
Night of the Zed is definitely a close second.
Yeah. Both of them. I thought they just played it coordinated as well as they could and all that stuff. So yeah, now I think we're waiting on the second match. No, right?
I agree. I agree.
I Now we just have to hope that they set us up soon, and then we'll be fine for that one.
All right. Dude, come on, those are the best ones. It shows us like absolute domination versus, a team that like isn't really even considered bad. They're like more middle of the pack, but Goth Boi Clique is definitely one of the strongest, definitely top two, top three team in all of Prophecy Cup, and they're showing if you're not top three, you're not top two. If you're not even the number one team, you have to step up your game. You cannot be middle of the pack and expect to just cruise through, cruise by, and let they're gonna let you play to your team composition. They're gonna let you stall out to these 25 minutes. No, they are going to play to their win condition. They are going to snowball the game. They are going to pressure you, pressure you, pressure you, and then you're going to feel so helpless. Well, if you take apart the bits of the team, everyone on this team has been in a season of Prophecy Cup. Fugnuggler was on Riddle Raiders last year or last season. Night of the Zed was on Polio Drifters, who went undefeated for a majority of the season till like halfway through the split. Mid laner DTS mid, he was on a mediocre team, middle of the pack team, and he was still considered one of the best mid laners in all of Prophecy Cup. Then there's also, Drowsy. He was on the same team as Night of the Zed, so they already have that communication and coordination down. Not to mention, it's still the one of the undefeated teams that he was playing on. And then he's really getting like he didn't really show off that much last season, but now since the meta has changed, he's really getting to play the champions that he likes. And don't forget Doxling with his playmaking supports his playmaking potential. You've seen him play Morgana like almost every game. He whips out this Alistar. He shows you who is the man with those freaking headbutt pole combos, man. Yeah. But I mean, Desolate's always been in Prophecy Cup. Like they've always been a team here. They've always been middle of the pack, maybe fourth place. But they do have some roster swaps, so they're still just adjusting to that. Sindillion is basically the only player that was on the original roster of Desolate. I don't know how much they've been scrimming, but they definitely seem to need to work out their kinks. And this is only the second week, so maybe they still have something in store for us that we would like to find out about. Oh, definitely. But I think that's a part of being one of the best teams. If you go play in a different meta and you can't play as well as you did in the last meta, you do not deserve the first team. You do not deserve to be at the top because league is always going to change. And if you don't adapt with league, you're not going to be a contender to be one of the league's greatest players. Obviously, of course, not challenger level or anything, but definitely. So what do you think Desolate needs to swap up here for them to, bring this together, bring it back to a nice set here. So you think the taking the Talia is probably a portion, maybe adapting their picks to some of the more meta picks, or even it didn't even look like some of them were on comfort. Like I was looking at Blazing Hot, he didn't look very comfortable in the top lane, and then Braum also looked like he didn't know how to punish that early flash. Like if you think about it, they made Lucian flash at the beginning, and Lucian and Alistar were still putting the pressure on them in the early game. I definitely think if they invade, get a summoner, they need to say, jungler, come bot lane. We're gonna flash on this guy. We're gonna get a kill here. You know what I mean? Like, and even more so since level 2 ganks are a thing now. It should have been. It should have been. Bot lane should not be that ahead. Kaisa and Rom definitely should have really, pressured that lack of flash from Lucian. So I am ready, my friend. Maybe they're having some technical difficulties. Apparently, they are waiting on Desolate.
So yeah. Should be better now, yeah. So we're moving into the pick and bans now again.
Yeah. Oh, they got fight again. Enter.
Okay. Makes it easier for me. So the Kane gets banned first.
Yeah, this is the same Ben that they banned for his last game.
Yep.
They might even just do the same bends that they did last game since they got the same side of the draft.
Oh,
never
respect
mind.
Alistar ban. Respect Alistar ban. I think that was a bit too much for them there. The Varus goes again. He went last time as well. So I would say now would be the best time to probably ban out the Talia. If they don't want to use it themselves. Yep. Exactly, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're like, so we got smacked by this champion, yeah, let's ban these this time.
Will the Lucian go as next as next champ
Possible.
or?
Because if you think about it, the Alistar was really what was enabling the easier team fights for the Yasuo, right?
Yeah.
So,
okay, they put out the Zoe again.
Yeah.
And there goes the Lucian.
I mean, there's still, they first picked that last game.
Yeah.
There's still the Lucian up. There's still the Morgana that's up. There's still, what else is up? Xin Zhao. There's still Graves. Like, there's so many champions that are up right now. Vladimir is still open, Rise, Yasuo, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Right. So there's still a lot of OP picks that are up right now.
Okay, they
They're
try the
going-
Braum again.
Yeah, I think this is just I'm going to steal away your bot lane synergy type of thing, which didn't work last time.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think that's the best idea. And then they go with... We have the first 3 picks again, and there goes the Graves. And the Morgana. Okay. Now the Morgana can be flexed.
The Graves is like a cousin to the Talia. Like they have the similar play style. The only thing that's different is like Talia has a little bit faster clear speed than the Graves, but they still do the exact same thing in terms of like 2v2, pushing you in inside of your jungle, invading you, clearing your side of the jungle and their side. You know, granted, Graves does a little bit less damage than Talia, so it is easier to deal with in that sense. And it seems like they're picking up the same squad
comp.
that they had last game. I guess they're trying to prove that you have to respect us as much as we have to respect you. We're going to play the same champions, and we're going to try to win this time. And once we win, you're going to have to ban our champions out.
I'm not sure if that's the wisest thing now, to go for the same thing that kind of didn't work out the last time, even though it's kind of a dominant way to do it, but still, it didn't work out, and the Braum didn't feel that good for them last match. But now they banned the Yasuo, so that helps them out a bit more.
Yeah, I'm quite sure these are the exact same bans from last draft.
Yeah, Red Side is going for the same stuff, yeah. They're going for everything, what they did already.
Malzahar. Now, when I look at Zoe Malzahar ban, I'm really trying to think here. Zoe Malzahar.
I'm really thinking right now. It has to be somebody who's mobile but gets out. Oh, the Cassio, okay. Of course, that makes sense. Cassio can't really do much if she gets nailed down somewhere.
Yeah, but in the Zoe matchup, Cassio is fine.
Yeah.
She actually punishes the Zoe really, really hard. So,
are we getting a Zion? Nope.
The Kennen. Now,
Zion.
I was so excited for the Kennen, man. Man.
The Zion is cool as well. He charges in and that's it. If you can't get out of the way, you could be kind of screwed in that team lineup right now. And the last, could it really be Talon? That could be interesting. Or Vlad. Vlad sounds good as well. Oh!
Mordecai.
Could it be a bot Mordekaiser? Could be a possibility right now. That the Lucian is not the ADC.
Although, I've done some scouting, and I've seen Fugnuggler play a decent amount of Mordecai.
Okay.
So that's going to go to him. I think the Lucian is going to go back to Drowsy, and I think that's a Scion.
Oh. This could be interesting.
I do not know the Cassio versus Mordekaiser matchup whatsoever. Although the Fiora versus Scion matchup is very Fiora favored. That's their last pick. So I'm really hoping for the Fiora to bully out the Scion here. I personally would have still preferred the Darius pick. Just saying Darius is pretty good now. But Fiora, Darius, it's basically the same thing. Conquer, right?
What I gotta say, I'm waiting for the first strike. I want Mordekaiser to get that thing. That's one of the most hilarious things every time. You see,
and if you direct your eyes to these the heal exhaust. Very interesting.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting. No, he switched up. again.
Uh,
He still went for an exhaust,
yeah.
but he took a flash.
Although the exhaust doesn't really do much versus the phase rush coming from the Casio. Personally,
Yeah.
would have liked to see either ignite or teleport because Fiora, Trundle, Casio, they all need to heal from their abilities. Trundle his ultimate, Fiora her ultimate slash passive, and Casio her E's on top of poison target, right?
Yeah.
So the ignite could have worked in that sense, or he could have just took the safer route of taking TP and being able to split push and then going over to an objective that needs to be done with this team.
Yeah. But the Trundle, I think, likes the matchup generally with the enemy team because he has finally something that he can really steal armor and HP off of with the Zion. If the Zion doesn't go full lethality. Or
Yeah,
AP.
and then there's also the matchup of, okay, Graves, I'm going to let you, use your E. You're gonna have 8 stacks of your E, and then I'm gonna ult you and just wreck your face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's also, that. The Morgana Lucian is definitely the better lane out of the 2 bot lanes. Spell Shield just kind of negates all of Braum. Although Kai'Sa can break down that shield, so if she breaks it down before, say Braum autos one of them, and she puts the black shield on.
Then the
If
Void
Kai'Sa
Seeker
is
hits
smart
it.
about it, she doesn't even have to hit Priest Seeker. If she does like a Q on them,
Yeah.
enough AP, then that's the whole black shield.
Yeah, those are possibilities. It looks not as difficult for them after the timer as before the timer as last matchup, I would say. There's a bit more room.
I'm still getting the vibes of like they have that strong bot lane that turns up the heat, right? They're going to be snowballing.
Yeah.
You have the dragons from the Mordekaiser. If they get control over that, they get control over mid tower, they get control over bot tower, Rift Herald, possibly top tower. You know what I mean? The bottom half of their map is still snowball heavy and pre 25 minutes.
Yeah.
The Scion is kind of there to really just even out the team in terms of tankiness. And then if you look to the red side, they have that Fiora that's going to turn up when she gets her Triforce and Ravenous Hydra.
Yeah.
You're going to have that Trundle who, has that damage in the mid game. Cassio, she needs to scale up as well as Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa needs at least like 2 items to really be effective. And if she gets smashed like she did last game,
then Gina won't be that.
Exactly. Curious to see what their summoners are. Like not summoners, but
the keystones.
Keystones. Yeah. Quite quiet. Who do you think will win this one?
I would say, since we kind of saw already how it halfway goes, I would say it could go the same way again, to be honest. Because I feel like last game showed exactly that what happened, and I feel like it could happen again in the same way.
I mean, also, individually, I do think that, GBC is better than Desolate. On the terms of like individual skill versus individual skill, like if we were to put these players versus each other, no other matchups outside of it, they have winning in individual skill in every single matchup. Maybe a little bit more even in the jungle, but when you have 4 winning players and you're even in the jungle, I mean, not to mention you're playing a stronger champion, kind of.
The Kai'Sa's going again for the D shield. Okay. I don't know. I like the Doran's ring still on Kai'Sa. It feels okay. I go mostly AP because I get to play meta games, and I mostly have some player who always goes mid with AD, so I go the AP route.
Yeah, I typically take D ring as well. D shield only versus like Caitlyn or something like that. But
Yeah.
in most matchups I take the D ring and I also take teleport because I've been seeing Ruler do that whenever he plays Kai'Sa with Bloodline and Cut Down. He backs like once he gets enough gold for like Dark Seal,
Yeah.
and then just teleports back to lane.
Welcome to
Looks like it's just gonna be a fan out from both teams. No
Yep.
real aggression.
Not the same fun we had last match.
Although, you know, that invade heavily goes towards the Brahms team.
Yeah.
Even if one of their teammates gets snared, they still like, you know, CC the other guy. Like snare is not the same as a stun. You know, snare you can still hit people, whereas stun, you're just
Yep.
you're stunned. You're stunned.
Yeah, you're stunned. Did Braum switch up the key runes, I think?
Oh, look at that. The relic shield.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they're gonna do a boosting strat in mid.
Oh, yeah.
Where-
A boosting strat, yeah. But don't you do that with Taric and Yi?
I mean, there's multiple. There's Twitch Janna, Twitch Lulu. There's Yi Tarek, Yi
And
Lulu. No, there's a couple of different boosting strats.
I think also one was Nunu Karthus, I think?
Yeah, even in Karthus was one.
Yep.
Although I don't really see. I feel like this is more of just fun because it's not like he's gonna be funneling the gold into his jungler.
Yep.
He can't really afford to do that when the whole reason Mordekaiser is kind of, you know, a boss in the lane is like once you get levels into you, you get your ultimate, you're able to, you know, trade a
Oh,
bit
top is
harder.
already a gank? Fugnuggler looks as he could get away, but he took a good amount of damage there. And yeah, looks like kind of the boosting strategy. Dead of the Night comes in, gets all the relic shield stacks, and goes away again. Oh, and they could appear up there. Trundle gets warned at the right time, otherwise he would have ran into both of them. Oh, the Kai'Sa's getting picked off again as the first blood. I think she got just hit with a bind, and then they just moved on to her.
Yeah, that's how the lane really goes.
Yeah.
Bot lane. She also burned both summoners and still died.
Yeah.
But as I was saying about this, this pick in mid is also Mordekaiser's W, as you should know, gives him like bonus XP whenever there's other people in his lane and he last hits the minion. But emphasis on last hitting the minion. So having the Graves come and take the wave doesn't really give you that bonus of, you know, the extra XP that you get, or the full XP that you get.
Yeah, I didn't think that he did that much with giving the lane. I think he did. He just had him in, got the last hits on the minions, so he gets the relic shield stacks off. Looks like that. Okay, no, the Graves takes most of the goal. I think they could have done it better with the relic shield, where they just hit that these 3 minions when they have 3 stacks and just move out again. It could probably help the Mordekaiser even, but that pressures the Cassiopeia a lot now.
I mean, it doesn't really pressure her. She still gets the farm under the tower, solo XP as well. But it does allow the Mordekaiser free roam in the lane, and it also allows him to get, you know, free CS and XP without the Cassio really poking him.
Yep.
So it's not all cons on the side of blue team here in the mid lane, but
Okay, they're
you know,
both moving in the mid again. Will they get something on her? Don't think so. No, don't really get anything on her. And bottom looks like they're starting a little bit something. No, okay, there was a Void Seeker that missed completely there. Yeah, that feels always bad in the early phase when you miss a Void Seeker with Kai'Sa. Just sit there and think, yeah, I wanted that one. The Braum? Oh, the Kai'Sa got bound again? She lost half her HP off the bind and that. And the Lucian gets a bit more damage in there. That was a good shot bind. Oh, the Braum gets bound now. Can they get the Braum for that one? Yeah, they got him.
These Morgana auto attacks are daggers to the red team.
Yeah.
Every time they flash away, that Morgana auto attack just boom,
Yep.
dead.
Yep, that's the finishing point for them right now. And Kai'Sa can't do anything right now there. Lucian just picks when he wants to auto attack her, and she has to just take it right now. But at least
personally,
the gold didn't go to the Lucian, the kills.
I am not a fan of picking the Kai'Sa into the Lucian, especially into a losing matchup. Not only once, but twice.
Yep. Oh, Braum gets bound again? No, Lucian doesn't want this time. They decide against that one. Okay, Trundo's trying to invade right now a bit, trying to take the race up off of them. Seems quite successful with that one. But still, this boosting strat is just working wonders if you see the CS between the Trundle and the Graves.
I mean, I don't even know if this is necessarily a boosting strat because I have never seen it used before.
Oh, the Lucian takes down the Kai'Sa after binding again.
Yeah, it seems like their bot lane is on like a little bit of tilt here.
A little bit is nicely formed, I would say, right now.
Yeah, just they need to, work out their strong suit of playing bot lane.
Yeah.
Because they are really getting punished by Drowsy and Doxling in the bot lane.
Yes.
Those Morgana bindings into a full Lucian combo is just devastating for them.
Yep. I mean, it's already almost 2K's lead already right now for the blue side. After 7 minutes, it's too much right now. Plays in hot, tries a bit, gets not really much damage in there.
Yeah, this matchup is going towards the Scion right now.
Yeah.
Pretty unexpected actually, especially since he got that early pressure from the Trundle and he's only 5 CS up, well 3 CS up actually.
Yep. But it feels really like they want to just showcase the Graves with everything they're doing right now.
Wonder how much gold he has over 700 gold.
Oh, they're going in now? The Mordekaiser took a bit of damage. The Morgana jumps in, doesn't hit the binding, barely misses that one.
Whoa. Morgana is down down a flash after that play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she flashed in trying to get the binding. Barely missed it. But
Yeah, they're really trying to secure this dragon here.
Yep.
For the Mordekaiser passive.
Yep. Yeah, what kind of was surprising that the Trundle didn't really show any signs of going in there in any way. Just did his buff and that was it. The Cassio was the only one who really tried to pressure it up. Kai'Sa wanted to, but then saw the Morgana and just backed off. It looked like that one.
If you kind of think about it, there's a 2K gold deficit that is in the bottom side of the map for blue team or for the red team here.
Blue take down the turret, and I think red are trying to counter that with the mid turret right now, but I don't think they could win the race even. The Zion misses his ult, unfortunately.
Yeah, personally, I would just have, Scion just surviving in the top lane rather than trying to really kill that Fiora there.
That's not a trade you want to take, blue team.
Yeah,
or red team, I mean. Tier 1 mid for tier 2 bot? Doesn't sound right.
The only things that are positive that I can really see out of this is
The Zion is in danger right now. Fiora has got 2 stacks off already. The ult is off right now, unfortunately. But Fiora is still going for it. And gets the kill. But the Graves appear and just takes the gold. Zion did a good job of surviving that long down up there, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that was kill for kill there.
Yeah.
1 for 1. Not bad.
And worse
Not
for
to
them
mention-
is even the Graves got the kill.
Yeah, they're just like, all of this gold is going into this Graves here. I really would have liked to see Trundle go a Tiamat this game because you know how fast Graves farms.
Yep.
And this would allow him to exert more pressure on the map. But you can see he's taking these Raptors, and Graves is already on the other side of the map.
Yeah. Yeah, Graves is just pressuring everything. Okay, looks like we're trying to make a move on the Casio, but she kind of guessed that it was coming and backed off a bit. Okay, now 3 are moving towards top. That could be the next turret they want. Okay.
Wait,
No, they're just taking the Rift Herald.
I think Mordekaiser might be building an Ardent sensor.
That would be amazing, to be honest.
It actually works on his W as well as the Targon stacks.
Wow.
So, a couple of people do it, and it also makes his shield on his passive stronger.
Okay. Today I learned, to be honest.
So I would not be surprised if there was a Ardent sensor there.
Yep. And they're just pushing forward more. That could probably be even the mid turret there. Right now they're moving in. Zion's getting a bit pressured, can move out safely, and looks like they just disengage and leave Shelly alone there.
It's kind of looking like the last game all over again. Besides, the deficit in kills, they're still getting out macro. They're still getting out objective. They're still getting out everything, and even in the kills, they're losing.
Yep.
It's not like the champions that they've been are really the problem. It's more
No.
of like the playstyle that they are playing versus the playstyle blue team are playing.
And our Mordekaiser finished off his Sightstone, or his Eye of the Aspect. So he has now vision as well, so more vision for them could be quite helpful.
GBC is really showing them how it's done. Top 3 teams.
Yeah.
Really overshadowing the middle of the pack team here.
Yeah. So let's...
And you see the Casio hasn't really came online yet. She just
No.
got her Archangels not too long ago.
Okay.
428 stacks.
They're moving in. The Morgana binds the Braum. Can they get something out of that? No, not really.
Yeah. If they can just stall out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, but the stalling doesn't help when the Grace is getting bigger and bigger while that's happening. Morgana misses the vine, gets hit with the shield. No, doesn't look like that. They're going front lane. They're going on the Zion. The Zion just uses his ult to get away. Oh, the Zion is flanking now a bit. This could get interesting right now. There's the culling now. Does a good amount of damage. The Fiora is almost down. The Fiora gets taken down. The Braum looks to be the next victim. The Zion falls first. And that looks like that's a disengage. The Graves is going for the Casio. Oh,
Whoa,
nice turn, yeah. And you have to say the Casio positioned quite well. If she positioned a bit closer to the brush, it could have killed the Braum there. And they got a dragon. The red team got a dragon this time, so no dragon for the Mordekaiser now.
The Tiamat is bought by the Trundle a little late here. And I was incorrect about the Mordekaiser going for the Ardent Sensor. Granted, you know, it was kind of out there. You know, Rallies is always a good pickup for the Mordekaiser, but Ardent is definitely one of the items I've seen Mordekaiser mains pick up.
Yeah. Would have been interesting to see that happen there, to be honest.
I mean, if he was playing a buff up the Graves type of playstyle,
then he would have got a...
Yeah. But he's like, I want to do some damage too.
He just wants to be half a support. He doesn't want to be a full support there.
And if you look at the gold discrepancy in mid lane, he's only down 100 gold.
Yeah.
He's got an 824 gold from just his Targon.
Yeah. The Targon was really helpful for them, that's to be said.
Although it hasn't really paid for itself yet, it's still, you know,
Yeah.
it's work.
Vision always pays. Vision always pays. You get to see where the opponent is more.
Yeah, the 15 ward score versus the 17.
Yeah.
There's 3 control wards on that Cassia, trying to stay as safe as possible.
You don't have to win the game if you win the Vision score matchup, to be honest. So they're moving in. Looks like it's gonna be a binding. Hits a minion, unfortunately for that one. Do they get the turret? No, the turret slightly lives still. Slightly. Not by much. Okay, Lucian does it. Lucian says, "No, we don't need that one." The Morgana's moving.
They're just rotating up to the top lane,
Yep.
playing it as textbook as
now
possible.
this could be the fight. The Graves takes a good amount of damage, uses his ult there. Braum uses his ult, knocks up 3 of them. This looks like a more even fight. Cassia gets a kill on the Morgana. Trundle falls. Kai'Sa saves herself with the ult out of the stun. There, Blazing Hawk goes down as well. The Zion gets another kill. And looks like that could be a one fight there.
I mean, in all honesty, the 3 for 3 definitely goes in the or the 2 for 3 definitely goes in the blue side's favor there.
Yep.
They caught him out in the jungle. They should have backed off after getting the 2 picks.
Yep.
Once the Scion showed up, but they decided to still fight it out a little and got, you know, 2 more deaths out of it.
Yep. And they take the top tier
all,
too.
getting gold on the red side and negating a huge siege, because that's only 1 tower.
Yep, they
That
could have had more.
Possibly been 2, you know. So it's definitely a option for red side to really try to stall out the game by forcing a fight in the jungle with uneven numbers.
Yeah.
Great attempt by them.
Yeah, they tried well. They just had to back off before that happened even more there. Yep. And okay, it's about 8 point, I think, good 3 or 8.3k gold difference right now. Blue side is in the advantage. I think it was a bit more last game, to be honest. But the tower difference is just amazing. With red side having no inner turrets, only inner turrets, so the inhib turrets are only up now. All of them are gone already.
Yeah. Looks like they're prepping up for that dragon up.
Yep.
That's up in a minute or so. They're colliding around the Baron,
Yep.
try to get vision around that as well, deny some vision.
Yep.
They're playing a little bit slower with the lead that they have. Kind of letting up the pressure after that fight so they don't make another mistake like that.
Yep. Definitely.
because they have to win the macro with this Mordekaiser pick.
Yeah.
Mordekaiser doesn't necessarily do damage for them. He's just another body basically that's kind of providing gold to that Graves in the early game, which did help them out, but it's still not really propelling them in the position to snowball as hard as they did last game.
Yeah, I just find the CS number from the Graves disgusting right now at this time. With the 237 CS already.
Yeah, he's 3.5k up on the other jungler, so that's legit like an item and a half up on the end.
See, the Braum gets a bit pressured. The Braum has to walk away, hopefully. The Trundle barely dodges the binding. I don't know. Right now, it doesn't look good for the red side. They need a fight where they can pick one or two bodies off before they really start a fight. Otherwise, it's just over. And that is the Drake already for the blue team. And they've got a dragon as well for the Mordekaiser. He's got a little pet for himself now again. And they're going straight for the Baron. Red team should smell that one.
Yeah, but I mean, what can you really do? Their jungler is up 2 whole levels.
Yeah, but they have to do something. They can't just let it happen. The Zion charges in. Barely misses the Trundle. The Trundle gets stunned up. Zion almost took down the Cassio right there. On his own. Let's see, the Mordekaiser jumps over. Can he get something off? The Mordekaiser's getting taken down. Right now they flash in. And the blue team still gets the Baron. And red team loses 2 people for that one.
Yeah, that is definitely not what you should have been doing there, red side. You lose 2 people, you lose the Baron, you lose your flashes, you lose a lot of important, summoners like the heal, and I just don't think you can really take that fight versus them. Sion went in like basically by himself. Mordekaiser jumped over with no type of damage whatsoever, and they still come out ahead. There's no possible way that you should flash into that pit with the Fed members in there. Them flashing out, good, a-okay. Try to steal the Baron, a-okay. Braum flashing in, not okay.
No. Yeah, probably a bit of miscommunication I felt like there on a point, so could be something like that. The Zion went in, almost took down the Cassio instantly, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah, tanks are supposed to do damage. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Right, I forgot that. Forgot that memo that Riot always sends out. Tanks should do damage. Tanks should do everything they can. So right now they're pushing for the inhib tower. Not much red can do against that. And DTS taking a bit of damage. Braum gets bound, gets a bit of hit in on himself, drops about half HP. Now they're going for the turret again since the next wave. The siege is just moving on. The Braum uses his ult. The culling is in there as well. Hits the Braum shield the whole time. And I think the blue team will just have to go for the next inhibitor turret, and the red team can't do much against that. GBC is just dominating this matchup. And now they're just taking it down. Not really much Desolate can do. Zion gets stunned up, gets turned to stone. They go in now, take down the Braum. Now the Kai'Sa suffers as well. The Fiora went down, and that will probably be the game, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the series. That is a 2-0 for the side of GBC here. Getting blue side 2 games in a row.
Just taking advantage of that.
Out those 2 picks that that red side had last game, or that blue side had last game, and they still come out ahead.
Yep.
Even with this unconventional Mordekaiser pick, that was very surprised, even just wow, man.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was quite fast, both matchups. So, yeah. I think it's almost easy to say this time. I'm not sure. I would almost say it would be easy to pick out who the MVP is, but honestly, I think that both people deserve as last time. So I think Knight of Zed or Powerfully should get the MVP here as well. They both played an intricate part.
I can't really discern what really who was the MVP, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like as a whole, everyone in that team did a really good job that game. Mid laner giving over his gold to the jungler to really propel him ahead.
Yeah.
You know, they pulled that off very nicely, getting objectives as a team. You know,
Yeah.
the bot lane synergizing very well to really, you know, come ahead in just 2v2s without the jungler pressure. So that means the Grace can keep soaking up mid waves, and then the Scion staying alive versus that Fiora in a uneven matchup that is heavily Fiora favored, especially with the Conqueror, and managing to somehow come out ahead.
Yeah.
Even after the Trundle, you know, flashing on it.
Yeah, I think that it was a good matchup. The bot lane snowballed themselves ahead as they did in the first matchup, but honestly, Knight of Zed, he got enabled by most of his team. DTS, who took the sacrifice there with the Relic Shield and all that stuff to get him ahead more and more and more. Yep.
Who should we interview, my friend? I'm thinking DTS because I wanna get some. I want to get some either DTS or Doxlink, because I want to get the brains of the operation.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I think we should get him in here. If we get somebody in here. Yeah, DTS.
So which one? DTS?
Yeah. Especially because of the Mordekaiser pick. Let's be honest.
Right. Now, how do we move him in there?
I don't really know because I've never done it before, to be honest. With an interview
Do you have
player.
the power?
I don't think I have the power either. Funnily enough. I just vote. So hopefully that works out.
We can go to the three-man room. Not lover room, but the what is it? Spooky Forest.
A Spooky Forest, okay. Oh, DTS is already in lover's room. Hey.
What's up, gamer?
So yeah, seems like
I think we're waiting on Fate. Oh, we have to go up to meet. Oh, never mind. We're good.
We got it.
Thank you.
All right, what's up?
All right, so Mr. Brains of the operation. First, I would like to hear about what that Mordekaiser pick. What was the thought process behind it?
I've never played Mordekaiser in my life. Okay, but I saw LPL and the Spanish league. Right, they were like, I don't know. I didn't know what to pick because so many things were banned, and I didn't really feel like playing. Like, I don't think it's worthwhile to play damage mids like Cassio just because you don't do anything. Like, you don't feed. Like, either you help somebody else on your team, or you play like Yasuo Aurelia or like Zoe, basically to like pull pressure mid. Those are like the only champs that you can play, right? That are viable. So I think Mordekaiser, I don't know, I just saw them like some of the pro leagues doing it. So I told my team with like 3 seconds left in draft, I was like, lock me Mord, and they locked me Mord. And we just gave shit to the Graves, and he got pretty strong. And I was surprised that I kept up like EXP and levels and stuff, and like gold actually.
So, I'm really interested in like you being this superstar, you know, in quotation, superstar mid laner, right?
Right.
And then meta shifting into this. Giving gold or playing these champions that are really like, you know, you have your strong suit of playing like Zed, Irelia sometimes, you know, more like assassins, less of these. I give gold to other people of my teammates. You know, you were more of like the carry, per se. So, how is this transition for you?
I don't know. I mean, it's like, I think with Zed, I can like be pretty confident that I have like some like if I funnel gold into like bot lane, like top lane or jungle, I can be confident that like these guys are gonna fucking 1v9 for me, right?
Right.
So if I just play like well, like it doesn't matter who. Like I'm pretty sure our macro's the best in the league. Like I'm pretty sure you saw the last game. Like that wasn't even close. Like we literally had such a weird comp, and we just like played macro and just went through macro, right? Like forcing objectives and dragon and stuff.
Who was the objective caller?
Usually it's me, but like
Usually
we
you.
do call a bunch of things as a team. So like, yeah.
Okay. Now, as for the are you guys learning anything new for the since last patch there was the introduction of the Irelia, AD carry, Vladimir Rise, right? Have you guys been practicing any of that? Been messing around with any of these new comps pertaining to the bot lane?
I mean, there's so much stuff you can play ball lane. I feel like it's pretty good. You know what you can't play though? Kaisen Dilution. You can't do
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what we
I-
talked about as well.
I did comment
Yeah.
on that. I did
You
comment
can
on
play.
that.
You can play any ADC. Like so, I think Lucian's like probably the best AD, like hands down. And if you don't ban Lucian, or don't like we had first pick, so obviously we first picked it. But if you don't ban it, and then you pick like a marksman into it, you're just gonna lose. Because like you can't like it doesn't matter if you take the Braum away. Like we go like Morg, we go Alistar, like you have like Rakan, stuff like that. Like you just cannot lose to. Like you cannot beat Lucian in the bot lane.
No.
Like he beats bruisers, he beats mages, he beats ADCs. Okay, champ.
I have two more questions for you, DTS. One is kind of memey, so I'll ask that one first.
All right.
Was the Mordekaiser pick a disrespect pick?
Kind of. Like, it's less disrespect and more like wanting to try stuff. Because I think, like, versus, like, I think Spell Chat and, like, GBC are probably, like, some of the better teams. I think versus those teams, we'll probably not play stuff like that. Just because we don't have, like, too much practice on it. But we do have a lot of interesting strategies that teams may want to ban, depending on if they see my Discord portrait or not, you know?
Wow.
Alright. And last question for me, I don't know if Alan has any more, but when you saw them starting to pick the same champions as last game, same draft, like from the game before, what were you thinking?
I'm pretty sure we all said out loud that they were trolling. Because we first picked Lucian, we're like, alright, we didn't expect them to give us Lucian, but sure, we're like, alright, sweet. And then they pick like Braum, Trundle, and run it back with Graves up. Like, it's really hard to pick Trundle into Graves, but I think this guy was like sub-jungle, so I can't really blame him. Like, Graves into Trundle, like, Trundle just can't do anything versus Graves. So, we just picked Graves, like, Morg instantly, because those two champs, like, Morg is the counter to the Braum in the bottom lane 2v2, and then Graves counters Trundle, so it was just, like, super, super obvious for us to pick those champs. And we thought they were trolling in draft.
Yeah. I have only one question about the Mordekai's play. Did you go into the match with the setup already that you would be kind of more in a support way with the Relic Shield, or did you just decide that on the spot?
Like, in the game?
Yeah.
Because, like, in draft when I said pick me Mord, I had, like, an idea, right? Because I wasn't going to go, like, Mord as a carry, because Mord as a carry just fucking blows. Like, mid lane at least. He's good bot lane. He's not that good mid lane. But, like, we had Graves. And there are a couple other things you can run with the Mord mid, I'm pretty sure. Like, the LPL team, they ran Shyvana.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's stuff like the Braum mid as well. It's the same thing as the Mord. You can just, like, hold wave and, like, give shit to your jungle. And then... But Braum's a lot more supportive. You just, like, stand in front of wave and you, like, face tank it with your E.
Okay.
But, yeah, Mord... I had an idea of what I was going to do with the Relic Shield.
Yeah, because I found it interesting that you just went with the Relic Shield at the start and then just waited for the Graves to get in there, just pick up stuff, and then use, of course, the passive that there is on the W to get more XP of that.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that I was surprised is, like, the Relic Shield got me, like, 1,000 gold come, like, 15 minutes or something. Like, that's crazy. And, like, I was only down, like, 60 CS, which is the equivalent of, like... Or no, I was only down like 40, 50 CS. So I think it's the equivalent of like, 700, 800 gold in the
Oh,
CS. So I was actually up gold, I think.
So actually, I was counting. I saw your around 13 minutes, 14 minutes. You had 860 something gold from your relic shield,
That makes sense.
and you were down like only like 200 gold, 100 gold. So, but the thing is, like your graves had like 1k gold more.
Yeah,
than...
like I mean, at the end of the game, Graves was 100 CS up on anybody on their team. Like I was fucking. I mean, you saw what he did last fight. He just like Q auto ulted,
Yeah.
and like 3 of them instantly died.
Yeah.
It's pretty nutty.
Yeah. Then only one thing. Was it planned out that way to fight the Baron that the Zion charged
the
in
flash
there,
over?
or that you flashed over to sacrifice yourself?
So yeah, we did plan the Scion charge because we just wanted the Scion to go into the backline, and I couldn't really get. I misplayed there by flashing over. No, I didn't misplay by flashing over. I misplayed by not ulting their ADC when I flashed over.
Yeah.
I thought the range was bigger, so I went to like flash E ult, and then I think I whiffed literally both of those and just died to Cassio. But the Scion was planned. We just wanted them to like ignore them to start hitting Scion. But I think we did a little bit early. But other than that, I think it was okay.
Yeah. I don't have any more questions. I think my partner doesn't have any other questions as well.
That is true.
So thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And I think that's for our cast now. Should be on the Prophecy 2, or probably 1, should be the next matchup. Should start soon. Or I think it starts now, to be honest. So you can head over there and have a good night, everybody.
Well, I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.
Bye.